So there was a little bit of a controversy this week with Alberto El Patron and AEW. So there was a controversy with AEW this week when former WWE and Impact World Champion Alberto El Patron was involved in a non-televised match at an event that featured AEW talent. Now, while AEW wasn't hosting the event and not promoting the event, it did create some stir online, given Alberto El Patron's very, very controversial, not just history, but what he's going through right now and some of the charges he's facing. One person that had a big problem with it was Joey Janela. Or, sorry, not Joey Janela, Joey Ryan, rather, had a big problem with this. But Joey Ryan tweeted out, actually, and he tweeted this tweet from SoCal Uncensored, who reported, "Say what you want about hashtag speaking out, but someone booked and wrestlers worked a show with Alberto Del Rio, who is awaiting trial for kidnapping and assault charges. If that can't be blacklisted, can anyone?" And then Joey Ryan, who very famously, Tony Khan said, will never work with anyone in his company, and he will never promote an event with his company, and Joey Ryan will never work in AEW. That was very famously said before. Joey Ryan retweeted that, and he said, "So a couple of AEW talent worked a show last night with Alberto Del Rio, who has been arrested and awaits charges for kidnapping and sexual assault, but working a show with me, who has never been arrested, never had any legal troubles whatsoever, is where Tony Khan draws the line." So, look. Joey Ryan, of course, there's allegations against him as well. But what Alberto Del Rio or Alberto El Patron, whatever you want to call him, is going through is very, very much real because the authorities are involved. He's facing charges. He's awaiting trial for these very serious charges, and we know he has a history, given his ex-fiance, Paige, who wrestles in WWE or wrestled in WWE. So he's got a big history of doing very, very scumbag stuff. And the question I think that's coming out of this, however, is it hypocritical of AEW and Tony Khan to say, oh, you can't work with someone like Joey Ryan, who has these allegations against him, but then, allow their wrestlers to work with someone like Alberto El Patron, who has literal charges and is awaiting trial for these extremely just terrible and deplorable charges, like these terrible actions that he did. Like, is this hypocritical?
Yeah, I think it is. It's super hypocritical. I mean, it's hypocritical, but like Tony Khan had nothing to do with this stuff. You know what I mean? You can't really get mad at Tony. This wasn't a sponsored event by AEW. This was what promotion was this? Did they give her any word of what it was?
I'm actually not sure which promotion it was, but what I do know is that, what I do know though about Tony Khan is he looks very closely at where his talent is booked. If you're signed with an AEW contract, if you're signed to an AEW exclusive contract, you can work with other companies, you can work with other professional wrestling organizations, but it all goes through Tony Khan at the end of the day. He signs permission. He signs off on all of their outside appearances. So he wouldn't do this. He wouldn't sign off on this unless he knew. So it's one of those things, like, he probably knew that it was going to be Alberto El Patron. And look, Tony Khan has not said anything. We'll wait to see what he said. But, given what we have, the information we have now, to me, Trevor, it looks bad, especially the way Joey Ryan called him out. Joey Ryan, look, I'm not defending anything Joey Ryan is accused of doing either. He could very well be a scumbag too. But the saying that this one wrestler isn't, like, you're blacklisting this one wrestler, right? But then you're gonna allow your talent rather to wrestle someone else who is facing similar or even more aggressive charges that we know of. It is very hypocritical, and it makes you think, like, did Tony Khan really think about this decision? Did the people around him in AEW maybe think about this decision? Or was it just kind of one of those things where, it just happened? Like, it's not a good look at the end of the day. We can say a lot of things about it. It's not a good look.
It's not a good look. It doesn't look good for Tony. It doesn't look good for AEW at this point. But it's just one of those things, like, I would love to know more about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would love to hear Tony's side on it or whatever. Because like you said, Tony wouldn't. Again, Tony, as strongly as he feels about the Joey Ryan situation and other like racial things or other things that make wrestlers look bad, he wouldn't purposely do that. You know what I mean? I don't think so anyway.
Right.
But
right.
I would like to hear more about it from him.
Yeah, and I don't think that's too much to ask for, because look, this it'd be one thing, right, if it was like, here's the thing, it'd be one thing if it's like Hulk Hogan, but like these are very serious charges that are against Alberto El Patron. The fact that he's still being booked, by the way, forget about AEW. Whoever booked him to wrestle at this point, like, they should get a lot of attention. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.